walking right and waits, shoots, scores! He's got Lee going to the net, he scores! Proving once again, and so dominant, showing the world why they're number one.
With the sun shining over the Calgary skyline, there's a sense of hope and optimism in the air on day 4 of the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships here from the Winsport Arena as we turn our attention to the classification games and on the line, relegation to Pool B. As we welcome you inside the broadcast booth, my name is Zach Marks. Please be joined as always by my broadcast partner, Dave Dawson. And Dave, two teams looking to dodge the relegation drop, and Team Slovakia and Team Italy, and two teams that ended the preliminary round with very different results.
Yeah, two teams will stay alive in Pool A after today. Two teams will be relegated to Pool B. For Team Italy, a game that I think got away from them. They had a lead yesterday on Japan late in the game, and then Japan scored in the third period and then took it in the shootout. And for Team Slovakia, what a game for them yesterday. Down early to Korea by a score of 2-0, 4 goals in the third period. Statistically, David Corman didn't show up on the sheet. Statistically, Zach, he's had one shot of the tournament. But in chatting with the coaching staff of Slovakia, they really feel David Corman is that player that you can't measure his worth on the stats side. He does so many things well in the game, and most importantly, providing energy. The youth involved in a David Corman, they really feel that with the shorter bench and the elder statesmen in Slovakia, they really need 98 to dictate the play, especially push the pace against Italy.
Now for Team Italy, there's one player from yesterday's game that left a little bit on the board, somebody we expect to play a much larger role here today.
Yeah, Christophe Topali is a guy that, boy, can he ever shoot the puck, and we saw that in the opening portion of the game when he ripped one up there to make it 1-0. But the game got away from Team Italy late, a sense of frustration. Head coach Mirko Bianchi told me had a lot to do with nerves. The group was nervous. Gianluigi Rosa and Topali seemed a little bit off stride, and of course Topali's drop pass to Rosa ended up leading to the breakaway goal where Kumagai put it in, and they ended up losing in a shootout. Christophe Topali today, Zach, is a guy I'd really love to see shoot the puck more. His coach agrees, and it could be a big reason why. If Italy wins, 62 could be the guy.
And Italy shot the puck plenty yesterday as they took down Team Japan on the shot clock by quite a large margin.
27-15, Zach, 8 shots off the stick. Gianluigi Rosa, Topali shot the puck 3 times. Andrea Macri had 6 of those.
As we take a look at today's match officials, out of Sweden, the referee is Nicholas Johansson, and the linesman out of Slovakia, Igor Hus, and out of Norway, it's Matthias Norum Ripple.
And for Team Italy, or Team Slovakia rather, they outshot their opponent Korea by a score, I think I said Japan, I meant Korea, excuse me, 23-15. And in that game, 9-3 in the final period were the shot total for Team Slovakia. And their shot leader was Martin Jopa, and he's going to be a guy who's going to be incredible today.
As we get a look at the Slovakian starting lineup, it's Wojciech up the middle for Slovakia with Jopa on the wing and Corman on the far side. On the back end, Slavomir Ferencik and Eric Wojtek have played a ton of minutes in this tournament and expect them to be relied upon here today.
Yeah, David Corman again, point on him. 1 shot in the tournament so far, no shots yesterday. He was excellent. For Team Italy, their starters today: Alexander Lay on the backside, Gianluigi Cavaliere, Christophe Topali, Gianluigi Rosa, and Matteo Ramoti Marnini.
And an interesting choice there from the Italian coaching staff. We saw Rosa and Topali split up in the third period against Japan yesterday. They played on separate lines. They go back together today. We'll see if maybe they are on the same page for this one tonight.
And I asked head coach Mirko Bianchi specifically about that. I said, were those two guys kind of at each other's odds? I said, hey, you know what? They're both competitors. They're both passionate players. They both want the best for the team, especially Gianluigi Rosa. He's the emotional leader. He's the guy who takes on all on his back when they're not winning, or if they're winning or they're losing, he wears it all on himself.
As a look there at the leading scorer for Team Slovakia, he's played just 1 game, but he scored 3 goals in the win yesterday for Slovakia. As we take a look at the starting goaltender, and unsurprisingly, it's Eduard Lepacek once more. A 0-1-2 record for Slovakia a 6.56 goals against, and a 753 save percentage in the tournament. If Slovakia's going to win this game, he's going to play a big role.
Yeah, on the other side of the ice, they're going to go back to Santino Stilatano. Julian Kaslatter played the last couple games, and Stilatano in the tournament so far, 525 goals against, 821 save percentage, and has allowed 1 power play goal against the tournament. Top goaltender last year, Stilatano was incredible. And that's the great thing about Italy. Two great goalies. That's 1A, 1B between the pipes.
Both have played in 2 games as we get a look there at Ivan Ričko for Team Slovakia behind the bench. Expect them to play with a ton of speed as they did yesterday in the win over Team Korea, coming back from that 2-0 deficit.
Very confident group in the Slovakian coaching staff. Told me they're very familiar with their opponent. Have a lot of confidence in this game today. And on the other side, of course, Mirko Bianchi, always positive, animated, one of my favorite interviews to chat with. And he did say he knows what's at stake today. They don't want to go back down to Pool B. They want to play in Pool A. They think they deserve to be here. Did they play their best game yesterday in the losing cause? No, they certainly didn't. In the shootout loss to Japan, but they're here. 1 game today, and winner takes all, so to speak.
David Corman, man, we highlighted before this game. As mentioned, no points in the tournament so far, but he's been around it, hit the goal post yesterday against Team Korea. As you have to think if one goes, there's probably going to be a couple more that follow.
David Corman, 1998, born the youngest player on the entire Slovakia group.
Corman lining up across from Christoph Topel. You can see him just there on the right side of your screen, and there he is. A wicked wrist shot yesterday to score the lone goal for Italy in their loss to Japan. He'll look to play a bigger role here today on the left side of Gianluigi Rosa. Day number 4 of the World Championships, classification day. Just the 2 games on the schedule today. This one here to start off, and then we'll get an all-Asian matchup of Team Japan taking on Team Korea. That one should be just as much fun as this one's about to be. As we get set for puck drop here at the Win Sport Arena at the Market McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta. Jopa to take this draw against Rosa as we look to get things underway. Goalies are ready, skaters are ready, and the broadcast team's ready. Let's get this show on the road.
It's going to seem like paradise today, Zach. Only 2 games instead of 4.
As the faceoff is won back by Team Italy, and right after it is Milos Wojciech, another skater who's been all over things for Team Slovakia. That's just the solo assist so far, as he'll look to help his team here today to avoid relegation.
But he took 6 shots yesterday, Wojciech. 9, he leads the team in that in the tournament.
Puck pushed ahead on the right side, flipped out to center. Ramoti Marnini gives chase, but it'll be Wojciech who gets there first for Slovakia. Played up the wall, cut off, swung back around, and who else? Martin Jopa gonna get there first. The captain of the Slovakian team missed the first 2 games of the round robin, came back, played a big role in yesterday's win. As the puck fed across for Ferencik, he's got it on the left-hand side, drops it off for Jopa, makes a move around Ramoti Marnini, gets past Topali, working right in, shooting, and Stilatano makes a great save to keep it out.
Jopa again, having him back in the lineup. That made a massive impact after he had the birth of his son on his birthday on the weekend.
As it's Jopa who will send that back down low after the turnover. Cavalieri, the Italian captain, picking it up and firing it ahead for Rosa. Rosa, up ice, turned over. Nice read there from Ligda off the bench, but it's offside at the Italian line. And one thing to keep an eye on in this game, Team Italy, they've played in Pool A in the last 9 World Championships. Slovakia, they're looking to make it 2 consecutive years in Pool A, or 2 consecutive tournaments, I should say, for the first time in history.
Yeah, these 2 teams played in 2021 Worlds twice in that tournament they did. Slovakia won 3-1 the preliminary round, and then Italy, where they got relegated, they beat them 4-0 in the 7th and 8th place grouping.
Played ahead, Wojciech with possession. We'll fire that one ahead. And a bouncing puck out into center ice. Turich with possession. Pushed ahead, Stashak lost it. Good read there, and down the ice it goes. Olenka back defensively for Slovakia. Kaufman applying pressure in that far corner, and it's Andrioni who comes in to take it. 27 goes back to 26. That shot blocked, and now Stashak will look to break out the other way. Good read, though, by Eusebio Antoci. to take that away. Now a pass played ahead. Turic is going to try to beat this out, and he has. Nice read there. At the speed from Robert Turic against an icing call. Slovakia on the forecheck, but it's Italy who skate the puck out to center. It's Macri ahead for Andrioni. Andrioni for Stephen Kaufman out of his reach. Took a piece off of it, and it's forced back out to center by Slovakia. Turned around quickly by Macri. Had to just send that in as Larch had yet to leave the offensive zone.
Palinka yesterday, Zach, had a couple moments where he was a little miscommunicated at the line. A couple pucks got by him. Love to see a big game at a 33 on the back end today for Slovakia.
Jopa and Macri battle here, but it's Jopa who plays it ahead for Wojciech. And with the shortened bench for Team Slovakia, you're going to see a ton of 45, 25, and 98 in this game. And it's Jopa with possession. Plays it ahead for Wojciech. In fact, it's Stashak who takes possession. Right back to 45. Wojciech into the zone, looking. Passes off out of the reach of Jopa, who will now give chase. And one thing you'll notice is Jopa wearing those red gloves. Every other member of his team with the black, so you'll be able to see 25 on the ice no matter where he is, as that one bounces off a body and wide.
Well, not only because of his gloves, because of his performance. He's going to stand out all over the ice.
As Macri will drop that off. Italy with possession. Anderley bumped by Wojciech, who's been probably the most physical member of the Slovakian team in this tournament.
Point to you on that. I chatted with the coaching staff before. They said Wojciech is the guy that'll come off the ice, took contact, doesn't matter. He's still smiling. Scored a goal, got beat, doesn't matter. He's just even keel the whole time.
Offside called here at the Slovakian live. Neither team really able to get too much zone time going in this one. As a look there at
my
Mirko
chat
Bianchi.
with Mirko Bianchi before the game, I said, Mirko, do you feel like yesterday's game got away from you? He said, Dave, we had to play this game anyway. Doesn't really matter if we win or lost. We're playing for the possibility to be relegated or not be relegated, to stay up in Pool A. So he was pretty positive all about that, and very, very optimistic in the outcome of this one today. In a group that he said, both coaches said they know each other very well, and they're both very confident in today's contest. No nerves at all.
Face-off one back. Anderley will have to pick that up, retreat into his own zone before pushing it ahead for Ramoti Martini. That pass for Rosa doesn't connect. Jopa starts back, the captain in over the line. Watched closely there by Rosa. Anderley collides there as Italy pick it up behind their net. Pushed up ahead. Here's to Pauli. That's a turnover. Jopa, he's got it. He's right in on Stilitano. Jopa tried to slide it across. Stilitano read it perfectly and covers up.
Jopa thought that the Italian player was one of his teammates. He passed it to the left because blue and white, white and blue. He thought that he had help. Oh my.
What an opportunity there for Slovakia, but it stays scoreless here. We'll step aside. 10:52 to go here in the opening frame on day number 4 in Calgary. Now 4 days into the World Para Ice Hockey Championships, is fatigue starting to play a factor here in Calgary?
I really think it is. These are two of the shorter benches, and if you look at right in front of the net on the giveaway, Jopa thinks that the Italian player was his teammate based on the angle that I originally saw, but now on that reverse angle, maybe he's trying to go right to left. I don't know. Jopa would know better than anybody, but to me, I think he maybe tried to pass that across instead of shooting.
First time we've had like this close of a jersey clash in the tournament so far.
That's hard.
As Slovakia did play against the United States, but that extra bit of red for Team USA, it's a little bit more dominant here than it is on the Slovakian jerseys as Italy go to work down low. Macri down
Especially when
for
there's
Large.
speed involved too.
Centering feed, Kaufman trying to get a shot away, does, but it's at the side of the goal, trying to find it as Lepacek can't cover it up. Somehow Kaufman holds possession, but it's Ligda who comes in, knocks it loose into the far corner. Turich drops it for Ligda. Ligda will swing that hard around, and Stashak picks it up. Plays it ahead, nobody there. Good read from Antochi. It's fired back down the ice.
Maybe a weird comment, Zach, for those who maybe haven't played sports. And I only say that because all that thought in a second.
Here's a chance for Niels Larch. Off the turnover, works in a shot wide of the target. As one thing that Illy did very well last night, despite the loss, was read Japanese passes very well. Here's Yopa with plenty of speed through the neutral zone. Working in 1 versus 4 here. Upended. Arm stays down. Play carries on. Radice will fire that one out to center ice.
Love the aggression on Yopa, trying to split through the middle. And to finish that thought, when things are moving at you so quickly, you see blue, you look for color schemes. There's red, there's green, you know where to pass the guy to. When it happens so fast, if you see blue, white, blue, easy to make a mistake, especially in day 4 of a tournament when there's fatigue.
Macri with possession down low as Italy controlling in their own zone. It's fired up the wall, turned over though. Yopa takes advantage, works it in, peels back. Doesn't like the options that he saw, so he takes it back to the blue line, crosses, drops it off. Corman off the half wall, looking, passing, blocked en route though. Good read from Larch in front. It's underneath his sled. Corman trying to pull it free, but it's Larch who fires it into the corner harmlessly. Yopa steals though. Slovakia starting to establish a bit of zone time here, and again it's this top line for the Slovaks. Working it down low. Turnover though. Good work from Kaufman on Yopa, and Italy able to clear to the center ice. Wojciech turns it over, however. Kaufman steals in the neutral zone, and Italy trying to just maintain possession here, but again the chop down ice doesn't work. Still Tano trying to take some of the speed off that dump in, but couldn't do so. Underlay will go back to collect. Watched closely by Corman. Leaves for his D partner Macri. Andrea Macri drops for Rosa. Starting behind the net. It's been a lot of drop passing so far for Italy. Here they go head man. Can they get it to Kaufman? It's out of his reach. Icing gonna be waved off. Good work there from number 10. But Ferencik takes him out of the play. Stolen away Underlay. Drops it off. Rosa could not get the shot away. And now Ferencik pushes it to the line. Turich unable to get there. Italy retake possession. Rosa turns it right back around. In with speed. Around Ferencik. Right in. Rosa shoots. Stopped by Lepacic. And now Slovakia plays it to the line. Cavalieri holds it in. Crossing, passing, but it's behind Kaufman. And that allows Holinka, or check that, it's going to be the Slovakian Ligda who fires it around to the far side. We'll go the distance. We've got ourselves an icing call. 7:09 on the clock.
So, Zach, I don't know what the reasoning is behind the red gloves, but like we just talked about, that could be a factor. They weren't wearing red gloves yesterday. The blue-white, white-blue color pattern. So Yopa's wearing it, as you do see as well, number 44, Robert Turich. So I'll have to find out the reasoning for that, but I really feel it has to do with that color scheme of blue, white, blue, have a determining factor. Hey, you see me, you know this is me.
Face-off won by Slovakia. They'll play it off the wall, and there's David Corman who directs it out to center. He's going to immediately go off on a change after the icing call, so Italy able to turn it back around. Open space for DePauli. Working in. Nice move by Christoph DePauli. Lets a shot go. That hit Ferencik and ricochets into the corner. But there you see that shot first mentality implemented by DePauli. We'll see if that continues as another icing call here against Slovakia.
Yeah, Christoph DePauli, one of the better players on this Italian program. And as you see the lead feed up there from Rosa. Rosa led the way yesterday with 8 shots on goal. DePauli, again, shoot first mentality. Glad you mentioned that. Mirko Bianchi talked a lot about that. He said he tried too hard. He even laughed and said, sometimes the guys on our team wish there was an empty net, but you're not going to get that. And for DePauli, don't look for the perfect shot, just get a good shot, and any shot is a good shot.
Tie-up draw to the right of Lepacic's goal. Battling, still trying to pry that puck free. Finally, it's done by Rosa. Back to the point, Macri. Slides it down low. Ramotti Marnini will meet it for Team Italy. Nice move there, but checked by Ferencik. Slovakia takes possession back. Turich plays it out to center. Macri will cut it off. Possession held by Italy. Macri sends that back into the zone. Icing waved off as Ferencik will pick it up. Drops it for Wojciech. All the way around. Ferencik out of his reach, but it's Turich who comes in to help out. Plays it along to the line, kept in though by Antochi, trying to get there, but cut off before he could. Now out to center, Macri again cuts it off, sends it right back into the Slovakian zone. Italy offside, Marnini will peel back, as will Antoci, giving Slovakia time to work. Played ahead for Jopa, speed in the neutral zone for 25. Dodges a check from Rosa. DePauli, though, got back as number 3 did just enough great work from Jopa, though. Holds possession as he's falling down and sends it down low.
Each of these teams had slow starts yesterday. Zach, Slovakia was down 2-0 to Korea after the opening 20 minutes. Only 4 shots to 1 in the Italy game, so interesting to see how this progresses as the game goes on.
Stashak will play that up the wall, cut off by DePauli, but we're going to call that offside. As with 5:41, we'll step aside here from the Winsport Arena before coming back for the rest of the first period on qualifying round day, World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Calgary.
That's Igor Kupcho. He's the translator for Team Slovakia. And Ivan Horichko, the head coach. And that game yesterday, I asked him about the third period. What was so different in that third? He kind of laughed and said, honestly, Jopa kind of took over. That line with Lepacic, Jopa, and Corman has been the consistent one, has been the dominant one. When they're at their top of their game, they're really, really difficult to compete with.
Puck fired in on the right of Lepacic as it's picked up by Wojciech. Swings it around for the aforementioned David Corman. Got Wojciech ahead of him, and he will feed it into number 45's path. Slows up, gets it to Jopa. You gotta think the offense is gonna go through Jopa in this game as he works right in. Peels back, doesn't have one stick, dropped it for Corman as David Corman into the corner, checked there. Good collision with, that was Stephen Kaufman causing problems for the Slovakian forechecker, but now Wojciech keeps it in at the line, bounces it down low, and somehow that finds its way back to Kaufman, but it'll be Anderle who takes possession. Nice play off the boards to himself, now feeds it ahead for Andrioni. Check thrown there by Franchik, played the angle well, but it's a penalty, and it's going against Italy. Interference the call. Stephen Kaufman cannot believe it. Both 4:50 to go, Slovakia to the power play.
Stephen Kaufman got hit, lost his stick behind play. Took a little bit of time to get his stick back, maybe some frustration, so that potentially could have led to the interference on that. So, as you mentioned, the puck came back to Kaufman. He lost his stick. He was without a stick 6-7 seconds into the boards. Maybe winded, frustrated, either way you look at it. Slovakia to the power play. Great opportunity for them to get the game's first goal.
And here's another look at it, and yeah, just the collision there. Puck's not in sight.
Officials were right down there, maybe saw something we didn't, but nonetheless, Mirko Bianchi and his group, short a man here for 2 or less.
Power play is 1 for 3 in the tournament for Team Slovakia, looking to make it 2 for 4 here as walking right in. Jopa and glove by Stilitano. And if there's one thing we've learned from Stilitano in this tournament, it's that glove hand is quick and it's going to stop the puck.
Now, don't shoot glove side. I think you want to go low blocker, you want to go into the corners, you want a nice burner there, hope for a deflection somewhere, some kind of misdirection. Again, his stats were at the top of the tournament last year for a reason.
Now, Slovakia's power play, obviously not the largest sample size at 1 for 3, but with 33%, they are 3rd in the tournament. Italy's penalty kill, meanwhile, is 6th. They've killed off 6 of the 10 penalties they've taken for 60% so far this week. Puck played down low, and it's the man you want with the puck on his stick. Jopa will swing it around for Wojciech. Wojciech looking for an option, goes up top for Stashik. Stashik scored that power play goal yesterday. That one blocked en route to Pauli, racing after it. Italy had conceded a shorthanded goal to Masaharu Kumagai last night. That ended up standing as the game-tying goal, which would eventually lead to the shootout. The only shorthanded goal in this tournament so far. Italy would love to get one here late.
I think if anything, probably they learned their lesson from miscommunication at the line.
Ligda will feed it for Stashik. Time and space for 7. A shot off the goal post as that one got through. It's another ice burner, like you said, Dave, but it's cleared by Italy.
Yeah, you don't need to go for the glory shot. You want to go for those high shots, top shelf, as Zach said yesterday. It looked nice on highlight reels. Surprised Stilitano. Put him along the corners, along the ice, see what happens, and that one beat him. Couldn't beat the pipe.
Stashik feeds it across for Ferencik. Time and space will send that in off the Pauli. It bounces perfectly, lands for Jopa. Jopa working right in, shoots, scores! Martin Jopa on the power play, and Slovakia opens the scoring. It's 1-0.
See what that did, Zach? The first one, you try to go high, his glove grabs it. You got to diversify along the ice for an ice burner, and then you get him thinking, where is this next shot going? Jopa, maybe a bit of a screen from his player in front, Macri. Had a look at him, doesn't know where it is. Yeah, from that angle, what a perfect shot. Unbelievable. Martin Jopa again, goal number 4 of the tournament, the leader, the captain on a power play. 1-0 Slovakia.
And you got to feel for Christoph DePauli. He's had himself a strange tournament. Had the stick check on day number 2. Puck fell right into the path of the on-rushing Canadian. That ended up in the back of the net.
McGregor,
I believe it was Tyler McGregor. Then here, you have the puck fired in off your chest. It bounces perfectly to the most lethal guy on the roster for Team Slovakia, who makes no mistake.
Don't forget last night. Drops a puck off of the line for Gianluigi Rosa. Kumagai takes it the other way, puts it in for a touchdown, and that's all she wrote. You know what I mean. It's a pick 6, right? Football reference. CFL training camp started today. Got to throw that in. Anyway, but yes, Christoph DePauli has had a tough tournament, but on the other side, all it takes for him is one shot to turn it around.
Anderle will play that ahead, and now it's Cavalieri who will fire that in deep. As an Elks fan, I'm not sure whether CFL training camps are good.
We won't talk about CFL.
Played up ahead, Wojciech tied up on the half wall with Halfman trying to find that loose puck. Unable to do so, but it's Slovakia who does fire it out to center ice. 1-0, they lead it. Took their first lead late in the game against Korea last night and are looking to hold on to this one. An early shot advantage as well, 4-3, relatively even on that tally, but it's a power play goal, and now 2 for 4 on the power play are Slovakia. Now another penalty coming up here. Who's this one going to go against?
Italy again.
I thought Corman touched the puck. It's a boarding call, and is it Anderle heading to the box?
It will be. The captain Anderle. Not the captain, excuse me, it'll be Anderle. He's pointing at Anderle. Thought he was.
It looked like it, but it's actually, I think this is going to be Jopa. Nope, it is Anderle.
Pointed right at him.
Brief delay.
Yeah.
So Alex Anderle to the box. Take a look here. Battle in the corner. And yeah, it just comes in.
Yeah, extra shoulder.
In the numbers.
Doing all that, yep.
Boarding the call, 2:25 to go. Slovakia back to the power play. And Irko Bianchi's group right into penalty trouble late in the overtime against Team Japan.
Also against Canada, too.
Also against Canada. They were unable to capitalize for Japan in overtime, as credit the Italian penalty killers, who have been relatively solid, now 6 for 11 so far in the tournament. And obviously, 4 of those 5 coming against Team Canada.
Yeah, if not for 4 of those power play goals against Canada, their PK is actually pretty good.
And there's not many penalty kills that can stop that Canadian power play. So
that is 100% certain.
Against teams that aren't Canadian, they're 1 against, and it's here against Team Slovakia, which should build some confidence for the Slovaks as Italy get the clear down the ice once more.
Yeah, the vernacular from the Slovakian, I'll hold that thought here.
DePauli in on the forecheck here against Jopa. Puck tied up down low, benefiting Team Italy here. And we get a whistle as it got jammed up in something. And we'll get a face-off inside of the Slovakian zone.
The vernacular from the Slovakian coaching staff is they even said, you know, we're not going to compete with Canada, USA. We don't have the bench. We don't have the roster. He flat out admitted that, the coaching staff did. But he did say, right there with the Italys and the Koreas, the Japans, we feel we can compete with them. Not Czechia and China yet. We're getting there. But, with the younger players like a David Corman, who does all the work and, the mucking and the grinding, allow the talented players to go and score, we can hang right in there. We feel we deserve to be in Pool A.
Face-off won by Team Slovakia. Wojciech with possession, and we'll slide a pass ahead for Wojciech. Milos Wojciech has it roll off his stick. He'll go over to pick it up on this near side wall. bumped by DePauli. And now Yopa collides with his man along the half wall. Fired in deep. Corman will go after it. There's the speed of the youngster, as mentioned, born in 98, matches the jersey number. Would not be surprised if there might be a correlation there.
Very likely, potentially.
Pass across, and Corman lost his stick momentarily, but puck falls to a friendly face in Eric Wojtek. Wojtek's going to go around the net. Might have the wraparound. Stopped by Stilitano at the last second. Puck is underneath the goaltender, and he'll cover up.
There was a little bit of pitchforking going on there by number 66, Slavomir Ferencik, and I thought maybe there was a little more speed on that wraparound. Could potentially been a 2-0 goal. Took a little bit more time than he needed to. Waited. Kind of slow. Had there been a little more aggression on that, potentially could have been a goal, but a good job by Stilitano going post to post, getting down and preventing that from going in the back of the net.
The one thing I'm going to note there is Slavomir Ferencik, as mentioned, a little bit of pitchforking, trying to find that loose puck. Not much of a response from the Italian defenders.
And you know, I like that because that's in the pad, and the referee already blew it, and I think they know. On the emotion side, different than yesterday. Italy, as Mirko Bianchi said, nervous yesterday. So that's why they were getting frustrated. No frustration today. Good pickup.
Played to the line, kept in by Yopa. Nice work there inside the final minute. Just 25 seconds to go on the power play. Wojtek with possession here, looking for an option, going wide, and now peels back. Open space here for Team Slovakia. Yopa drops it for Corman. Corman into the middle, dishes right back to the captain. Yopa crosses, looking for a set play here, and they don't like what they see. Peel back again, power play has expired. Out of the box comes Anderle as 1 for 2 now on the power play. That shot wide of the target. Time taken away here in the first period though. Anderle fresh out of the box. Speed through the neutral zone. Alex Anderle leading the rush. In comes number 2 for Italy. Looking, shooting. Yopa got back to block that. And it puck pops free on the half wall. Captain there. Pass in front, intercepted by Ferencik. He'll control, play it out the center, and the buzzer sounds. So you can find the end of one period of play. Slovakia leading Italy 1-0 here in the qualification round. A goal from the captain, Martin Yopa, giving the Slovaks the early advantage. We'll step aside before being joined down at ice level by Team Italy's Alex Anderle when we return to Calgary.
One to nothing, Team Slovakia leads Team Italy through one period of play on the qualification day, and now joined by Alex Anderle from Team Italy. Alex, you and I were just talking about how much speed you had going up the wing there. What were you thinking when you're going in on the goalie?
Yeah, I was hoping that I was going to score, but there was nothing, unfortunately.
You know, it's such an important game today, Alex, knowing that if you win, you stay in Pool A. How much, not nerves, but how excited are you guys for the opportunity in this game?
Yeah, we are really excited. We've maybe underestimated the game of yesterday against Japan. We're trying to do better today, get a few more shots on the goal, score, hopefully.
All right, well, you got a lot of shots on goal yesterday for us, so well, hopefully for your sake, more of them go in today as a team overall.
I hope
your
so
time.
too. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Alex. All right, Alex Anderle, 1-0. They're down to Team Slovakia through 15 minutes. We'll be back to Calgary, Alberta.
the Winsport Arena, the beautiful site of the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships. After one period of play in the qualifying round, Slovakia leading 1-0, and it's a power play goal that makes the difference.
Yeah, and guess who? Martin Jopa was the one who popped it in. What an absolute ripper as you have a look at DePaoli. We talked about it yesterday, Zach DePaoli. Maybe he didn't shoot the puck enough, so there's some physicality in the opening period. Still Tano, great save there as Slovakia trying to be more creative where they put pucks. Don't always go high on him. Doink. That one beats him cleanly. You notice he flailed with the glove, right? He was expecting that to go high. So they go low, and then the next shot goes high on him, and a bit of a screen on it. So first shot high, second shot low, next shot high. We'll see where this goes in period 2.
Martin Jopa 3 goals yesterday, his 4th of the tournament today on the power play. Milos Wojciech with the assist. That kind of went off the chest of Krzysztof DePaoli before falling friendly for the Slovakian captain.
Let's look at Jopa, 6 shots in total in the tournament. He had 6 shots on his debut game. As 9 shots, Wojciech leads the team in that category. He also had 6 yesterday.
Plenty of shooting for Team Slovakia. They won 4-2 yesterday to clinch 3rd spot in Group B. Here, or rather Group A, sorry. Italy 4th in Group B, as the winner today will play in the 5-6 place game. That going Saturday afternoon.
Staying in Pool A,
most important. Pool A, the most important part. Loser, they will play for 7th place also on Saturday and will be relegated to Pool B for next year's World Championships.
And Slovakia was in Pool B of the Worlds in Kazakhstan. They were 4-1 in that tournament. Beat Kazakhstan game 1, 10-1. 9-0 Finland, 18-1 Great Britain. They lost in a shootout to Japan and then shut out Sweden. This Slovakian group, as I mentioned, they feel they belong here. For Italy, they've only been in Pool B once. Prior to that, right through Pool A. They want to stay here. They also feel they deserve it. So lots at stake today.
Wojciech with possession, knocked away from him though. Italy looking to break out the center. They'll do just that. It looks to be another icing call against the Italians as Slovakia proving that they've belonged so far. We said it at the beginning of the tournament. The scoreline against against the United States wasn't super indicative of how that game went. It's the United States. You're expecting them to put up big numbers. They put up 10, they put up 11, and they put up 10 against China, who had put up 10 against their previous 2 opponents. So Slovakia, a very solid tournament so far, rounding it off with the win over Korea and looking to secure
a very good Korean program they beat too.
A very good Korean program. We'll see them in the other qualifying game. That one coming at 5:30 today, as they'll take on Team Japan. And Team Japan's showing a propensity for success in the shootout.
Yeah, 5:30 Mountain Time today. Keep going on that.
Played up ahead, and Romualdo Arnini into the path of Rosa. He's got it with speed. In comes Gianluigi Rosa on Lepacic, fought off by 18 in between the pipes. Great save from Eduard Lepacic, easily his best of the day. Rosa carrying on, though, passes across. DePaoli stopped by Lepacic. Set it off the top, Dave. If Slovakia was going to win this game, Eduard Lepacic was going to play a massive role, and he shows you why right there. Battle ensues on the far side. Cavalieri down low for Krzysztof DePaoli. Might be seeing that one in his dreams, as will Rosa, both with grade A scoring chances that Lepacic slams the door shut.
Those are the 2 guys you want shooting the puck, Rosa and DePaoli.
That one off a stick and into the near side corner. It'll be Corman who gets there first for Slovakia. And so far, this following a slightly similar pattern to the first period. Italy showing a little bit more control with the puck. Slovakia trying to hit him on the counter, and it's Ferencik who will try to do that. And again, a penalty coming up here against Italy. It's Rosa. He'll head to the box. What's the call here? They're arguing it.
I think there's going to be tripping potentially. There was a board battle right at the red line, Zach, and each of the players were contesting for the puck, and Rosa ends up, I believe, might get a tripping call. We haven't got a signal yet.
It is indeed tripping. As Rosa, an eventful shift. A breakaway denied by Lepacic. A pass across. DePaoli robbed by the Slovakian netminder, and then a tripping call along the wall on Ferencik. Puts Slovakia
for it, yep,
to their 3rd power play of the game.
So Italy again getting into penalty trouble. That was the problem against Canada. Mirko Bianchi kind of deflected it off. He said it's Canada, but I really felt as an observer, if not for those 5 power plays they gave up, that might not have been a 10-0 game. That might have been a different score.
Canada undefeated through the preliminary round after a 5-1 win yesterday against Team Czechia. Jopa will work in for Slovakia. Jopa spins away. As we said at the beginning of the tournament, Slovakia, Czechia, similar styles to their games. We're seeing it here so far. Jopa watched, fires back for Wojciech. His shot blocked by Larch. But wisely here from 45 in the blue. He sees where that puck bounces, gets to it first, holds possession. Fired across, Jopa, a little bit of room. Trying to cut towards the middle, drops it off instead for Ligda. Ligda, a shot wide of the target. That's Stilatano diving, trying to make that play.
Yeah, and Slovakia, Czechia, in the comparison to styles, Czechia obviously has a bit more of that high-end skill and that well-rounded overall player. Your checker, guys like Hechko and Hobble, and those are elite-level players. Slovakia will grow. They'll get there over time. There are comparisons there for sure, but Italy, again, a great penalty kill. One power play goal they've given up, the only goal of the game so far.
Ligda will drop that off for Stashik. Stashik scored the lone power play goal for Slovakia yesterday in the win over Korea. As here, Italy get the clear they're looking for. Italy were perfect on the penalty kill yesterday, including a pair in overtime against Team Japan. But it was the shorthanded goal against that ended up being the backbreaker for Italy. Possession down low. Here comes Wojciech, works into the zone. Milos Wojciech right in the slot, shoots, fought off, and covered by Stilatano. Great save from number 1 for Italy.
Yeah, you got a great shot of Wojciech, frustrated with his stick there. That's not the way he wanted to release that puck. Great catch, guys in the truck. Thank you very much for that. He walked right in there, skated right in here. You see, he's waiting, and then goes to release. Not the spot he wanted to shoot it. Wasn't happy with his release, but not taken again. Anything away from Stilatano. Right away, he spreads out, covers the bottom half of the net, and then he baits you to put it up top. And what's going to happen if you put a puck up high at Stilatano?
That glove's going to catch it, as you have to be basically perfect to beat the glove hand of Stilatano. Jopa was on the power play goal, and there's just a few seconds left, a little over under 15 left to go here. As retrieving his stick is Ferencik. Wojciech's got it at the blue line, drops it off for Jopa. Jopa trying to make a move. Anderle checked him, but Jopa still holding possession, leaves it there as it's fired back to the point. Wojciech holding it in. Power play expires. 1 for 3 now here. As off the wall, Corman tries to get it. Anderle blocked it. Sends it the length of the ice. That'll go the distance for an icing call against Team Italy.
Great kill by Team Italy. I think a momentum situation again. Similar to yesterday's game. A 1-goal game, we kept saying, hey, Japan's right in this game. Hey, Japan's right in this game. Hey, Japan's right in this game. And then they end up winning it because the 1-goal game means absolutely nothing. Korea, 1 goal, 2 goals. It felt like, you know what? This game's so close. Slovakia comes back and scores 4. This game has a very similar feel, but for Italy. Slovakia is pushing, but they can't get by Stilatano. I really feel Italy has the advantage right now.
One thing Korea did against Slovakia was they fell into the bend, don't break mentality, and that's something Slovakia's got to avoid here today. As that one pushed ahead out of the reach of Pauli. He will beat that out, though. No icing is 62 for Italy. Picks it up, had it roll off his stick. Now Slovakia with a chance to clear. They'll do just that. As looking to bring it back in is Anderle. He'll just send it into the far corner. Ramoti Marnini gives chase, but it's Hlinka who dishes off for Wojciech. Wojciech up the wall, out of the reach of Ligda. That's going to go the distance and will be an icing call against Slovakia.
So I said I feel like Italy's got the advantage because I really believe in the sport of para hockey. Shots make a difference. Every bit of penalty kill is massive for momentum. Those swings can come so huge, especially off 1 goal. Mirko Bianchi knows that as well. He says, he told me earlier in the tournament, there's only so many things I can do. As long as everything, you keep doing little things right, you're gonna eventually pay off. Gianluigi Rosa, 8 shots on goal yesterday. He had that 1 breakaway. It's only a matter of time, and 2 great goaltenders. Something's gonna give.
Italy's come close in this second period, but continue to trail as Kaufman has that roll off his stick. Wojciech crossed up there with Jopa momentarily, but pulls it free and now fires it up the wall. Ligda couldn't settle it. Anderle did. It rolled under his stick, but does get possession inside his own zone. Anderle drops for Cavalieri, who looks ahead. Plays it into the path of Ligda, cut off. Wojciech sends it back in. Delayed offside against Slovakia here. Now they're clear to go after it as Kaufman retrieves. Up the wall, cut off by Stashik. It's tied up on the half wall, just next to the Slovakian bench. as they battle for it. Finally pulls Andrioni off the boards and out to center. Good work there from the Italian defender.
This game's going to feel like a breakaway goal is going to be the next goal. Just kind of the way that the game is being played. There's so much caution at the lines. There's so much careful and then icing. Caution at the lines and icing, right? It's going to be a turnover and then a breakaway, much like we saw yesterday in the Kumagai goal.
Wojciech ahead for Corman, doesn't connect, but he gets it back to 45. Into the zone comes Milos Wojciech. Picks it up, takes a bump from Anderley, and it's number 2 for Italy, who comes away with possession for his squad. Lost it to Corman. Good work from this top line on the forecheck yet again for Slovakia. Left it behind in the corner. Large comes in, takes over. Checked in the corner. Wojciech steals again for Team Slovakia. Swings that one to the near side wall. Too far ahead of Corman. It'll chase Slovakia back into the neutral zone as he'll pick it up right at his own blue line. Across for the captain, sends it in deep, cut off Cavalieri, and now, nice move there, gains the red line, sends it in deep. Wojciech with possession, plays it up ice, and Jopa wanted that a little faster. Italy was in the midst of a change, and that second period long change, an even bigger factor in para hockey, especially with that ability to play the headman pass. Here's Jopa off the drop, slides it across for Wojciech. Room, shoots, glove saves Stilatano, the rebound into the corner. Corman will pick it up. Corman back to the point. Wojciech with it. Drops it off, nice read there, but Jopa had it stripped from him. Played ahead, Rosa will beat out the icing call, but it's behind the net. Picks it up. Gianluigi Rossi, he's got the Pauli back door, feeds it across the one-timer, trickles just wide. The Pauli's got to be frustrated at this point. He's had one-timer stopped. This one goes wide. Here's Antoci now, nice move there. Working to the middle, lets a shot go blocked. The rebound is there. Rosa doesn't have a shooting lane, tries getting it towards the net, defended by Jopa. Puck found by Lepacic, who covers up. 7:27 to go here in the second period. Slovakia continues to lead 1-0 over Team Italy here on day 4. Rosa de Pauli not quite on the same page in yesterday's matchup. Different story here today.
Yeah, well, I like to think different story here today, but when they went for that pass across, a fan one-timer yesterday. Yesterday, there was a couple times that de Pauli bobbled it instead of one-timing it. So progress there, he tries to one-time it, but he fans on it. So more on the same page, but still not the results poor Christophe de Pauli wants. Frustrating tournament for him, 1 goal, but he's got it here.
And he's trying to get a shot away, blocked by Ligda, and it was Turic on the backside as well, causing problems for 62. As at the line, it's de Pauli who holds that in and keeps possession for his side. Feeds it ahead, Rosa has it roll off of him. Lepacic will take no chances, covering up for the whistle.
Yeah, so further to that 3 and 62 story with Italy, that they were separated yesterday because, well, Mirko Bianchi said, I just wanted to try something else. Yeah, there was a little bit of frustration there, but back on the same line again today. Rosa puts it across for de Pauli. They're going to continue to go to that well, will Italy, and not a bad choice at all is Gianluigi Rosa. You get those 2 guys shooting the puck, eventually it's going to go in.
It's another face-off win, and here de Pauli goes across for Antoci. Rolled off his stick, Slovakia cut it off. Bouncing puck, found by Radice, lets a shot go, stop, and the rebound cleared to the corner by Lepacic. Rosa quickly to that. Italy finding another gear here in the second period. Antoci at the line. Long shot blocked en route. Turic got in the way of that. Ferencik after it. Rosa knocked away. Penalty coming up here against Slovakia for the first time. It'll be a team call against Robert Turic, and Italy to the power play here with 6:41 to go in the second period.
Momentum, a funny thing in para hockey. We just talked about that a couple minutes ago. Couple successful kills. I really felt Italy was in favor of the game. Pressure down in the Slovakia zone. Now Italy's got a chance on the power play and where they lead in the shot department 8-6. For Mirko Bianchi's group, Luigi Rosa again and DePaoli staying out there. The two trigger men. I really want to see more shots on goal. And remember, we talked a lot about Stiletano. Lopacek, that's an elite goaltender they're also shooting on as well.
Absolutely, he has been stellar in this tournament. Was a big part of yesterday's win over Korea. Long shot, that one's blocked. Jopa lets his goaltender take it. Lopacek allowed 2 goals in the first 2 shots yesterday against Korea. Locked down from there.
Yeah, and early on he looked tentative. You and I talked about that, Zach. Maybe a little bit nervous, a little Jordan Binnington there, but everything settled in after that, and down the road, he led them the way to the victory.
Jordan Binnington minus the aggression towards opposing goaltenders. Face-off will be to his right. Lopacek ready to face this face-off and whatever comes from it. Is another offensive zone win for Italy. Across for Rosa. Rosa can't get the shot away. Slovakia reading that play off the draw to perfection the last 2-3 times they've gone to it. Pass across for Macri, cut off. Macri checked by Corman. Italy holding possession though. DePaoli feeds it back for Rosa. Gianluigi Rosa, a shot deflected. DePaoli has it, and it slides towards the slot, but Ferencik finds it and clears.
And again, good cave in front of the net by Slovakia. Italy, the comment from Mirko Bianchi was, we don't want to get too creative with looking for passing lanes, trying to find the perfect shot, so that's going to carry the length for icing. You want to make sure that your shot selection is going to be one pass look. Okay, there's a chance at the net. I'll fire it, and maybe it'll hit something on the way in.
1:11 to go in the power play, but it's an offensive zone draw coming up here for the penalty kill, who have got themselves a chance to add on here. It will be David Corman to take the draw against Niels Larch. Larch has been very good in the faceoff dot here today, as he's won his last 3 draws by my count. This one, though, tied up by Corman, and maybe a little less offensive thinking, more just take some time off the clock. Here it pops free. Rosa makes a move around Wojciech for DePaoli. An interesting look here on the penalty kill is a steal here from Jopa, but it's the full forward line for Slovakia of Corman, Wojciech, and Jopa with just the lone defender.
It's more of a power play setup that you would normally see.
So an interesting little thing to keep an eye on here, but that being said, Slovakia very defensively responsible. Here at turnover, in comes Kaufman. Steven Kaufman looking, couldn't get the shot away, poke check by Lopacek. Puck cleared as far as the ringette line. DePaoli will hold it in. 30 seconds to go in the penalty against Turic. Plays it across. Rosa letting a shot go. He scores! Gianluigi Rosa, the knuckle puck, finds its way home. We've got a tie game.
That might have hit something on the way in, and Gianluigi Rosa again, the guy you want shooting the puck. 8 shots yesterday. Now looking for the perfect shot, Zach. There it is, just put it on. And swatted out by Wojciech, or excuse me, Lopacek. Thought it might have hit something right here, maybe one of the bodies. Nope, just went off Lopacek's glove, through a screen. Not looking for the perfect shot, just a shot. Gianluigi Rosa has a tie on a power play.
That's one Lopacek's going to want back. It's going to his glove. He swings at it, misses. It goes off the bottom and into the bottom corner of the goal. It's a power play goal for Italy. Now 2 for 10 on the tournament at 20%. Slovakia, meanwhile, that's only the second power play goal they've allowed in the tournament, as their PK was third coming in. It'll fall to 75% now as a big goal for Italy with just 5:05 left on the clock.
That's a big compliment for Slovakia, because now you're playing in Pool A. In Pool B in the Worlds, their penalty kill was fantastic. So it's not based on competition, based on coaching and structure. That's a good Slovakian penalty.
Played ahead, Anderle cuts that off, and now we'll flip that in. That hit his own man, so offside the call. We'll get a whistle, and we'll step aside. 4:51 to go in the second period, all tied at 1. Another power play goal, this one off the stick of Gianluigi Rosa, tying the game at 1.
Mirko Bianchi and Team Italy, the host of the 2026 Paralympics, and nothing that happens in this tournament has any weight on the seeding for the Paralympics, but you want to stay in Pool A and continue to compete, and Mirko and the company feels that they have the team to stay in it. They want to be here, and a big power play goal. Now special teams big today, Zach. Power play goal on each side, and Mirko and company have it all tied up. Late stages here too.
Face off just outside the Slovakian zone as Armonti Marnini and Turic are going to be forced back just a smidge. Little change of lineup here for Italy as Armonti Marnini finds himself on a line with Larch and Andrioni. He started the game out with De Paoli and Rosa, so could just be the post power play shift, but something to keep an eye on as this game goes along. As Slovakia into the zone, Marian Ligda with possession, looking for an option. Off the boards to the blue line, held in, a long shot, and that's stopped by Stilitano. A looping effort there from Wojciech. Slovakia with a little bit of momentum here. A pass across, the puck is there, but Stilitano holds on for the whistle. 4:19 to go here in period number 2.
Much better shift or game today from Wojciech on the backside for Slovakia. I thought he struggled a little bit, did Eric Wojciech, number 30 in blue, and but I like this game a little bit better. He's keeping pucks in at the line. Didn't have as much of an opportunity to do that. Fought it a little bit, but much better game out of 30 blue today.
Face-off will be inside of the Italian line as Wojciech takes his position up on the left side of the offensive zone. It'll be Joppa against Rosa. And here the Italian centerman wins that draw back for Andrea Macri. Macri reverses Wojciech, read it though, and he's going to take possession for Slovakia. Milos Wojciech. Time, space, a shot, fought off by Stilitano, rebound into the corner. Caught off by David Corman, and Tochi there. Wojciech runs into him, but it's Rosa who comes in, clears the danger for Italy. Up the wall, Ferencik able to hold that in, pushes it right back down low. Rosa cuts it off, chip chase, but not out to center. Good work from David Corman to hold it in. Italy finally going to be able to clear, and it could break for De Paoli, but it's too far ahead of him. He'll beat out the icing call though, as Christophe De Paoli picks it up in the corner. De Paoli slides it back down towards the corner. Radice knocked off stride, and puck stolen away here. Here comes Wojciech. Wojciech knocked away from him, still in his sled. Joppa's going to carry on. Martin Joppa, checked by De Paoli, shrugs it off, feeds it down low for Corman. Corman lost an edge, and that'll allow Italy to take over momentarily. Ferencik pinches down low, steals back, as the team's trading turnovers inside the Italian zone here. Played to the line, Joppa covering, holds it in. Joppa gets away from De Paoli, navigates past Macri, working right in, slides it, a quick shot, blocked en route. Wojciech trying to find it, Corman does, couldn't get it on goal, and now falling on top of it was Radice. It's Joppa who finds that loose puck, his shot blocked by De Paoli. Good work there from 62.
De Paoli having himself a David Corman day today, and we've set the bar for Christophe De Paoli in a way that we expect him to put up offense, because that's the talent level that he lives with. And for Christophe De Paoli, he knows, in chatting with Mirko Bianchi, talked about he's always happy all the time, always contributing that way, keeps things light. For 62, if he's not finding the net, he's blocking shots, he's creating extra effort, he's forcing pucks out of the zone. So if he's going to get back in the game offensively, those are the kind of things he can do to contribute.
Face-off to the left to Stilitano. A quick face-off win for Ferencik with a shot that got blocked. Now it's fed down low. Wojciech in, cuts that off, swings it down low. Radice and Antoci converge on the puck, and it's 26 for Italy that takes over. Plays it up the wall. Rosa is there, plays it ahead. No Italians in sight. That puck's on edge and just rolls into the Slovakian end.
Like a donut rolling along.
Wojciech will drop that off. Nearly lost it. Gains possession back. Swings it up the near side wall. Racing over is Macri. Holds it in for Italy. Andrea Macri shot towards goal wide of the target. And it bounces around for Stashik. Stashik. Ligda. Fanned on the pass attempt. And Italy take over inside the neutral zone. And it's the goal scorer, Gianluigi Rosa. Plays it ahead for Macri, enters the zone, lost it. Wojciech will play that out to center ice, and the puck loose. Ligda trying to get to it, but who else? Gianluigi Rosa there again. You mentioned De Paoli having a Corman-like game. I'd argue so's Rosa. They've both been solid for Italy here so far.
And he's got the goal as well.
Jopa ahead for Wojciech. That was too far ahead of his teammate as an icing call. Jopa pleading his case, but linesman says, nope, that's an icing call, 1:29 to go.
Tennis Mirko Bianca, I asked him, hey, who's your most consistent player? So what do you think of 18? And he said, yep, he's a guy that I can rely on, and he can do so many things just responsibly, never high nor low. 6 shots yesterday for Andrea Macri, 7 on the tournament now. He was our isolated player. Doesn't overcommit, doesn't do things out of sorts, just a guy you can depend on.
Face off to the left of Lepacic, and it's won back by Slovakia. They will just contently clear that down the ice, and caught enough for another icing call against Slovakia.
So Zach, both these teams played in the 2021 Worlds in Ostrava in the preliminary round. Slovakia beat them 3-1 when they were already relegated to the 7th place game. Italy won that one 4-0. You and I, not finally, but in para hockey, there are other countries elevating to different levels. We've seen now 3 really good games today. This one up to Bill for that as well. It's been a very entertaining hockey game.
That 2021 tournament, Slovakia's only time prior to this week playing in Pool A. They're looking to make it a second consecutive tournament in next year's Pool A with a win here today. Italy, meanwhile, they've been in 9 consecutive Pool A's. Very impressive there from Team Italy, looking to make it 10 with a win here today. Face off to the left of Lepacic. Tie up, but one back by Slovakia. This time they go off the boards and out to center. Here's Ligda. 2-on-1 developing. Marian Ligda. Martin Jopa with him. Slides it across. Jopa shoots. Jopa scores. The captain delivers once again. Slovakia retakes the lead, and look what it means to him.
Yeah, look at that fire out of him. What a feed by Ligda as he baited the whole way. The Italian defender rode with Jopa, because he thought, oh, of course you're going to pass it across to him, until the very last second he goes, maybe you're going to shoot it. Look at Ligda accelerate. Left hand, just a little flip pass. Catherine couldn't catch up with it. That's a hard puck for Jopa to put it on his stick. Great shot there of the excitement. Right there, Zach, not easy. On the right hip, he has to control it from his heel, move it to a release spot. No chance for Stilatano. A big goal with 1:04 remaining, and it's 2-1 for Team Slovakia.
5th of the tournament for the captain. Bianchi looking on at the Italian bench. The first even strength goal of the tournament, or of the game rather, I should say. Slovakia had a couple earlier on yesterday against Korea. Final minute now of this middle frame. Italy looking to respond once more. Pauli upended. Looking on, still with possession. Now fires one towards the goal, wide of the target. And now Wojciech gonna race after it. Wojciech gets there first and controls for Slovakia. No need to make the hasty play, and that's indeed what he likes to do. Just feeds it out to center, relieving some pressure.
Good calm play by Wojciech. It talked about the progression of his game today. Much better than yesterday.
Wojciech ahead, or pardon me, Wojciech ahead for Corman, but Antoci's going to win that race. Peels back, 20 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Slovakia looking for more here. Feta back to the point. Halinka can't get the shot away, and Antoci will take over possession. Corman nearly steals, coming up the right side there. Trying to take possession back, but Antoci will hold it and will look up iced. Time ticking away in these final seconds. He'll peel back, and that'll do it for the second period of play. Italy tied it, but Martin Jopa gives his squad the lead. We'll chat with Slavomir Ferencik when we come back. You're watching the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Calgary, Alberta.
It is 2-1 Team Slovakia through 2 periods of play in classification day today. One of these teams will remain in Pool A and one will drop down to Pool B. Now joined by goalie Edward Lepacic. And Edward, I want to ask your opinion. When you saw that 2-on-1 with Ligda going over to Jopa, what were you thinking?
I just focused on the puck and that is all.
Yeah, so Italy is a group that likes to put a lot of shots on goal. What have you seen? How have you been able to play so well this tournament?
I can say after this match I was in the gym, so my muscles are ready to do job what they must do.
All right, well, they've done a great job already. Appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you.
Edward Lepacic, the goalie for Slovakia, has had an incredible tournament. One more period away, and they will remain in Pool A. We'll be back to Calgary.
2 periods in the books in Calgary, Alberta. Slovakia leading Italy 2-1 through 30 minutes of play at the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships qualifying round here on day 4. And Dave, a power play goal on one end and an even strength at the other, making the difference.
Yep, skies are blue and the ice is blue. Well, players on the ice are blue, and maybe one of these teams will be left feeling blue. I don't know. Too many punts, not enough goals, but a lot of great saves in this period. 2 great goalies, a lot of great shooters. A one-time connection error that I'm sure DePaoli would like back, but Rosa. Puck out the net is always a good puck. Now he's found his way by Lepacek. All that time in the gym, as he mentioned, his muscles are sore. Well, they're going to be even more sore after this one. How about that? Nothing sorry about that look on Jopa's face. A lot of excitement, and that's where we stand, 2-1.
Gianluigi Rosa found a good time for his first of the tournament on the power play, 9:55 in from Stephen Kaufman, but Martin Jopa 5th of the tournament in just 2 games from Marian Ligda about 4 minutes later with just over a minute left, setting the tone for an exciting third period.
Yeah, Jopa missing the first 2 games of the tournament, rightfully so, as he told us, because the birth of his son, which is an exciting moment for him. Imagine, he was playing in the first 2 games. Different fate potentially for Slovakia, but fate would be the same anyway if, well, not the same, but if they could win today, which would leave them with the same fate.
That they could. That fate in search of safety here in Pool A. Winner stays up for next year's tournament. Loser, they go down to Pool B. Here's an opportunity. Rebound, Corbin put it through the crease. He was stuck on his backhand, couldn't quite get the angle he wanted on that shot. And my goodness, remember that opportunity if Italy comes back to win this game.
The first goal for David Corman was right there. Just, he was on a different hand.
Plays it for Jopa, fired across, and that one knocked away by Renaldi Marnini.
Based on where he was in his body position, a difficult one. Good start for Slovakia, though, like you mentioned. That could be a break for Italy. Go back to that moment.
Italy got off to the better start in the first 2 periods. Slovakia so far, a little bit more speed, a little bit more jump. You have to wonder what was said in between periods. That's a collision in the neutral zone that forces a turnover. We got a penalty, and it is going to go against Slovakia, as I believe this will be Wojciech to the box.
Might be Corman. I'm not sure which one it'll be, but the initial contact, I thought, no, you're right, it is Wojciech. The initial contact, I thought, was going to be a team penalty, and then seconds later, there was another penalty. So here's that chance on the side of the net.
Great save from Stilitano
the
initially.
original save was excellent, and then it just goes to the crease and wide, and then the contact at center. So the initial contact I thought might have been teeing, and then the tail end of that there. So, yeah, the head coach for Team of Slovakia, Ivan Arichko, looks on as the Italian power play, again, moments ago, got away with one pretty close there. Might have a tying goal off their stick right now.
They're 1 for 1 on the power play so far. They'll look to make it 2 for 2 and tie this game up once again. As puck hit the length of the ice.
Sticking with that theme, Zach, looking for the way they're going to shoot the puck. Don't be overly creative. If you see a shooting lane, fire it. That was the story for Mirko Bianchi today.
Italy start back up ice. Fed ahead for DePaoli. In over the line. Nice move from Christoph DePaoli. In the slot looking. Passes off. Macri couldn't gather it up. And that goes back to what we were talking about to start the game. DePaoli, the shoot first mentality. There he goes for the pass, and it doesn't connect. Battle on the far side. Puck pulled free. Time and space. Across for DePaoli. Has it roll off his backhand. Now gets it over to Macri. Macri lost it to Jopa. Jopa will clear to the blue line. Just barely kept in. Nice work there from Rosa. Rosa in the slot. Lets a shot go. Glove save Lepacek. And the rebound will be cleared by Jopa. Minute gone in the power play. Every second crucial for Italy here in the third period as they look to stay in Pool A for a 10th consecutive tournament. Slovakia, meanwhile, looking to make it back-to-back for the first time in their history. Played across. Kaufman has that roll through for Rosa. Rosa makes a move at the line. Nice work there. Feeds it across. Large. One in the tournament already. That one blocked by Jopa. Fearless from the captain. Off the boards, down the ice for Slovakia. Big clear 30 seconds to go in the power play.
Yeah, and a good penalty kill for Slovakia, which, yes, the Kazakhstan tournament in the B pool worlds was excellent. Been great in this tournament as well.
Just the 2 goals against for Slovakia, and one of them coming here today. As the puck swung around to the to the near side for Italy. 10 seconds left to go before Wojciech can rejoin his teammates. One last rush coming here for Italy. DePaoli, heavy collision with Corman, and David Corman's going to take over. He'll flip it across, and Rosa cut off the pass. Wojciech out of the box, though. Good penalty kill for Slovakia. I thought there might have been a team call coming there as Rosa collided with Jopa. But that one down the ice, Rosa will cut it off.
Again, the small things with David Corman. Broke that one up at the end of the period. He had a shot block that he waited and just cleared the zone. He's so big on the details and the little things right. You cannot measure the worth of David Corman on statistics. He does so many of the other things coaches love in order to provide victory. Zach, on the power play here, I think that Kapanen was waiting for DePaoli to turn his sled to the left, so he was ready on a right-handed one-timer. DePaoli the whole time had his sled pointing to the left. I watched that play set up. He was waiting, looked. Hey, Christoph, turn your sled this way so you can let it rip right away. Instead, he cradled it, and then an ineffective power play, no goal there.
Power play opportunity goes for naught. 1 for 2 now for Italy as Slovakia looking to add on here off this offensive zone draw. The shot blocked. Racing over, though, is Corman, as David Corman puts it across the net, and Ligda just couldn't get a stick on it. Now it's Jopa. For Marian Ligda, got the assist on Jopa's tie-breaking goal late in the second period. Here he's driven into the wall, and Italy take possession back. Italy start up the ice. Slid ahead, that's intercepted, and Jopa could have fed Ligda, but just too far ahead of him as Italy start back the other way. Here's Kaufman. Fires that one into the far corner from where he was. Wojciech gathers it up here on the near side. Waiting, and Wojciech again showing that patience, but here nobody in the vicinity. Ligda's going to get over there just barely ahead of Kaufman. They battle in the corner. Kaufman saying, I'm not doing anything. We're just tied up, trying to avoid any potential penalty calls here, and discipline going to be the utmost importance for both sides, but specifically Italy.
Absolutely. Special teams such a big factor today.
Icing the call against Slovakia, as that will negate any sort of change that the Slovakians were trying to get. Alexander Lay skates down the ice.
Yeah, so here's the battle in the corner, and you see the stick at Kaufman. Hey, come on. I'm just trying to get the puck out. Stephen Kaufman, again, had a great tournament at Chris Pampsis, New Brunswick. Been a little bit quieter here for Italy, but the guys like Gianluigi Rosa, they're really carrying a lot of the load. You're getting a lot of shots from other varying parts of the lineup. Kaufman, only 2 shots in the tournament so far, 1 yesterday.
Battle ensues in the face-off dot, and it's Slovakia that comes away with it. Fed ahead for Corman, out of his reach. Anderle will play that off the bounce and looks back ahead. Plays it over for Andrioni. Oh, heavy collision there on the half walls. The puck trickles into the Slovakian end of play. Nearly 5 minutes played in this third period, as Slovakia defending effectively so far here, leading 2-1 in the first of 2 classification games. Winner to the 5th place game and a spot in next year's tournament. The loser, they'll play for 7th place, and they know they'll be playing in Pool B next year at the World Championships. Wojciech with possession. Plays it up the wall, cut off there by Radice. Didn't play in the second game for Team Italy against the United States, but has featured in the last 2 and has played a big role, especially in the faceoff.
Yeah, I was just going to say, big faceoff guy, which faceoffs mean everything in this sport for sure. As you ask Anton Jacobs-Webb of Team Canada.
Pardon me, Italy, second game against Team Canada, not the United States, as that one fired in deep.
I knew what you meant.
It was one of those North American countries. As the battle ensues.
We know you're joking when you say that. For
100%.
those who don't know Zach Marks like I do.
Long shot, that goes wide of the target, and Jopa will cut that off. Up the wall and out to center ice, cut off by Tochi, but didn't really pick that up, just negated the icing call, which is to Slovakia's benefit more than anything. Heavy collision there, Wojciech throwing his weight around, as we expect him to do here in the third. Wojciech here will feed it back for Wojciech. In fact, it's actually Jopa who keeps that in, now pokes it down into the corner.
Jopa with the black gloves now for period 3. He had red gloves in the first 2 periods.
Little change of pace there, maybe a change of thought process. I mean, you scored 2 goals with the red gloves. Interesting decision making there, but it's held on to by Stilatano, and we'll take a break here. 8:27 to go in the third. Still 2-1 Slovakia over Team Italy on day number 4.
So 25 is Jopa, scoring goals, had red gloves to start the game. Now he's got blue gloves. Not sure why he made the change, nor why he changed today. However, his teammate, number 44, still wearing his red gloves, and Robert Turich. So game within the game. I'll have to figure that out, Zach, and what that's all about for the next broadcast. But hockey players are fun people, and interesting to see what the story is behind that.
Wojciech comes oh so close to adding on for Slovakia. Might have gone off the goalpost there. As Slovakia battling, but a hand pass called here against the Slovaks. So we'll take a breather here.
And a conversation there with Wojciech. And again, Wojciech has been such a great player in this tournament for Team Slovakia. 6 shots yesterday, 2 goals and 4 points in the last tournament. Only has 1 assist coming into the tournament today. 9 shots overall. But just that workhorse, right? Just the one who lays it on the line for you, like a David Corman. I guess, of course, we use that comparison a lot. And Stashik now on this line instead of Corman with Wojciech and Jopa.
Spreading the wealth is Ivan Richko here, as Corman potentially being moved down just to cover up against the lower part of the Italian lineup. That speed that Corman offers up, always valuable, as DePaoli drops it for Ramolti Marnini. His shot wide of the target, and Tochi over to pick it up on the far side. Approaching the halfway point in this third period. Slovakia doing a good job defending here. A 1-goal advantage. We saw Slovakia come from behind to defeat Team Korea yesterday. Italy, they were up by a goal. Second period shorthanded marker by Japan's captain Masaharu Kumagai, tying the game. It was Kumagai who would score the winner in the shootout last night in the final game of the preliminary round. Here, Italy winning the race to that loose puck, but Ferencik able to hold it in at the line. Lost it to Rosa. Rosa plays it for DePaoli. Here's Christoph DePaoli. Back is Halinka. DePaoli right in. Goes right wide, looking, shooting off the side of the goal. And another example of DePaoli maybe holding on to that puck a little too long before shooting.
And Halinka gave him some real estate as well to work with. So Christoph DePaoli having a look at the bench. And I want to just be clear that the reason why we're talking a lot about him is he's a guy who sticks out, right? And Halinka did play that well. That last little stretch out, Zach, great from that angle. Helpful having the reverse cam. So seeing things that we didn't originally see. So Christoph DePaoli, so high when it comes to ceiling with talent. You talk to coaching staff. Guys like that have a bit of a higher standard they're held to. That's why we want to talk a lot about him. He's had a great tournament, does great things away from the puck. And when he gets in alone, a guy like Halinka is going to know, I can't let this guy shoot. Because we saw him shoot yesterday, all alone in front of the net. You know the damage he can do.
And puck played ahead. Corman with it. He's back out there here with Ligda and Jopa. So an interesting little change there. Ligda with time, a shot. Oh, that one. Changed directions, it looked like, on the initial shot. Just missed the left-handed post. Played down low. Trying to work to that puck is Corman, unable to do so. Kaufman will get it across, and here's Anderle. Anderle turns it up ice. 6.5 to go here in the third. 2-1 still, Slovakia leading. Italy has had some chances here in the third period, but nothing concrete outside of the power play opportunity early on.
And Anderle taking it upon himself here. We talked to him at the intermission in the first about that big rush down the wing. He laughed and said, well, I wished I would have had a better opportunity. There's two white skating through center right now, but what a great defenseman he is, and so agile. And really had an opportunity there. Brings it out of the zone, right? Leaves the zone with speed and the velocity that he did. So I really do think Italy, well, their offense, if they're able to tie it, if they have the opportunity, is going to come from an exit from the zone, and Anderle will have an impact on it.
Face off to the left of Lepacic's goal here. Every offensive zone draw crucial for Italy. And here, quick whistle benefits Lepacic. Did not have that puck. Good work from Rosa, just applying pressure.
And Lepacic's going to want to cover everything. Rosa having a chat with the official. Hey, here's what I saw. And I love that communication. And I've been trying to tell a story about one of the officials that I've been chatting with this week. We'll get to that on the weekend in the semifinals. But just the respect amongst officials and this para-level of group from coaches to athletes is phenomenal. Stay tuned this weekend in the Canada semifinal broadcast for that great story.
Played ahead, Macri in his own zone, checked by Wojciech, and Slovakia getting a line change, but Wojciech the lone forechecker here. Slovakia trying to to ensure there's at least 2-3 guys behind the puck at all times. Don't want any odd man rushes if they can avoid them. Here, though, a turnover, a Marnini right in. It's 2-on-2. A shot. Blocker save made by Lepatrick. And Wojcik will find the loose puck. Played to the line. Anderle able to hold that in, though. Alex Anderle works in wide on Wojcik. Centers. Defended well there by Halinka. And here's David Corman. Off the boards, down the ice. Will it have enough? Yes, indeed it will. That will be an icing call against Slovakia. 5:21 to go.
And I love the choice by Ramoni Marnini going in 2-on-1 with Tapali. He looks over and sees, you know what? If I just put this puck on net, you never know what's going to happen. Tapali's in the crease. He could get a stick on it for the bounce. So not a bad option to put the puck at the net again. Shots, the story coming in. 12-9 Italy now leads, and they're down obviously 2-1.
Italy led on the shot clock against Japan last night. Fell in the shootout. Slovakia coming from behind late in that game, down 2 after 2. They score 4 unanswered to take their spot here in this game against Italy. Japan and Korea will take each other on. 5:30 puck drop later this evening.
That bump hurt large.
That it did. He's kind of throwing his arm up to the ref like, come on, call it. Didn't like it. Didn't see anything that maybe deserved a penalty there, but this one, and Tochi running interference, that's going to put Slovakia to the power play.
Yeah, I can't imagine Mirko Bianchi's going to be impressed with that because Large, I can tell right away, his body language. He was in a bad way on that contact. Right there, he just kind of collapsed, and I felt the worst. We'll be back.
Look there at Mirko Bianchi, the head coach for Team Italy, and gut check time for the Italians as they head to the penalty kill late in period number 3.
Yeah, hand over to face. You can tell the amount of frustration going on for sure as Larch is bumped behind the net, and he called for a penalty. As he mentioned, didn't really see anything outside of the rules, but the way his body dropped, I feared the worst for him. He's okay, which is good news. So penalty coming up on the power play for Slovakia. Crucial moment here.
Got one in the first period from the captain, Jopa, who's got a hat trick coming into today's game, and he's got 2 goals already here today as Slovakia. The thing is if you can hold the puck for the full power play, even if you don't score, 2 minutes off the clock here late with under 5 to play in the 3rd period.
But Zach, remember what the Italian penalty kill did for them for momentum. They used that to tie the game up in the opening period, or the 2nd period, excuse me.
Here's Jopa. He's got room to work. Over the red line, gonna try and beat DePauli for pace. Elects to peel back, good decision there for Jopa. Slides it across, Ligda in the slot, got the shot away. Larch blocked it, it's underneath the sled. Pops back up, and here comes Rosa. 3 attackers for Italy out there now. It's DePauli with Rosa, puck in, onside. DePauli right in, no, they're gonna call that off.
He originally waved it off. He went like this first, and then he changed his mind. Wow.
That's a tough break for Italy, especially with the initial wave off. Tough if you're Italy. That could have been the moment. We'll get another look at it here. Rosa a little ahead of DePauli there. Tries to turn.
Look at him. Waves it off.
Waves it off, and then
blows it dead.
I'm not sure what the decision there was.
Wow. And again, that's so tough. I've never been an official, nor will you ever see me criticize it, and been in broadcast for 20 years. You won't find me criticize an official. That's an important. I'm not sure what the ruling is on that. If you're allowed to change your mind and whatever, we got 3 incredible gentlemen who are evaluating the officiating to my right, so I'll find that out off the air. But the ruling's offside, and it's offside. So we'll end the conversation there.
Macri had a brief chat with the officials as well, just getting the explanation there on just the confusion there from the wave off
Right.
to the call. I think
Yes.
that's the main thing. If it's called offside initially, there's no question. It's frustrating. Life moves on
Yep.
for the Italians. But there, oh, here's a nice read there from Corman to steal that away from Macri. But for Italy, you have to think, well, we heard the no followed by a whistle.
Yeah, so what's the clarification? That's fine. That's why they talked to him. And again, going back to that respect thing, I wish I had the chance to tell the story, but there's one official who's a security guard that I've talked to here at the arena who does a lot of minor officiating, told me all about the relationship side in para. So different from stand-up. I can't wait to tell that story on the weekend of the Canada game.
Touched up by Wojciech. Not sure he heard the call there. It was a very loud offside, and because of that, face off all the way down into the Slovakian end.
Zach, I've been getting involved in the para sport. Called my first para games back in 2015, and I've loved it since. I've had the great privilege in representing Hockey Canada in this tremendous organization year after year in para sport, and now representing the world. I've fallen in love with this and the people and the group, everybody along with it, from the officials to the coaches to the communication staff. Such an honor, and when you get to know the people, you realize the game is viewed differently. It's operated differently. There's so much respect. Not there isn't in stand-up, there is, but it's just so different at this level because for so many reasons.
Slovakia winning the draw. They get it out to center. Not much time left on the power play. Time for the rush here, though. Corman working in. Slides it for Yopa. Wasn't hard enough. Kaufman read it. Took it away. Another big kill for Italy. Out of the box comes Antocci. Even strength yet again. Just under 3 to play in regulation time. Marinini knocked off the puck there. Ligda out to center. Italy played in extra time yesterday. That's an offside. And you can see Ivan Richko there. Not sure if we caught that. Pointing at the official, saying all the way down, all the way down.
Yeah, he was given the, and he's still going. There we go. He's wanting to chat. Yeah, he was emphatic, Zach. You could feel his arm wind all the way over here in the broadcast booths in. All the way that way. Is he calling a timeout, maybe, I think?
It was Team Italy that called a timeout here.
Okay.
With 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the third.
There's Ivan Hrichko. Absolutely intense. Conversation with the coaching staff before the game said, we feel we belong in Pool A. We fought our way up here. We're nowhere near ready to compete with Canada and USA. We don't even check here or China yet. Such great transparency, but said we belong. For Mirko Bianchi's group, right down at ice level, getting right involved with the organizer, with the group, saying that obviously 2026, Italy hosting the Paralympics. None of these seedings today have anything to do with rankings, but you want to play in Pool A in the next year to build the confidence to prepare yourself for the Olympics for sure. So both of them knew that there was a lot at stake today, and I love what Mirko said as well before the game. He said, Dave, yeah, we let that Japan game get away from us, but we had to play in this game anyway. Didn't matter where we were seated. No, nothing was accomplished by losing the game yesterday. Such an optimist guy, very optimistic perspective on life, and there's a look at Wojciech. Boy, you can be optimistic as a coach when you got 45 on your roster.
And I'm sure the coaching staff just reiterating, just whether it's offensively, Mirko Bianchi likely saying, stick with it. We've had our opportunities, some blocked shots here and there, some great saves from Lopacek, but the opportunities have presented themselves. And for Ivan Richko on the Slovakian bench, just keep the defensive structure, keep them to the outside, force those bad shots, quote unquote. No shot is a bad shot, but the lower percentage looks, I should say, for Italy that give Eduard Lopacek the best opportunity to make the save. As the puck played ahead, Rosa with possession. Time ticking away here. Kaufman lost it. Good work there from Stashik. Don't have to remind anybody of the stakes here today as Italy and Slovakia battling it out here in the classification round. Cleared down the ice by Wojciech, and that's going to be an icing call. 2:10 on the clock. Offensive zone draw coming up here for Italy. Italy has used their timeout. Slovakia has not. So it could be something a little down the line, maybe after a couple of icing calls. But there goes Stilatano. He's headed to the bench. They're going to pull the goaltender here with 2:10 to go.
Wow, that's a lot of time on the clock. I think if you maybe use, I don't know, I'd say maybe $1.30 would be, stand-up hockey, you would look at about probably $1.10, Zach, to pull the goal. Maybe $1.30, somewhere in there. 2:10, I think is probably fair for para for sure. And I need to know more about that. I need to learn that on the para side. I don't know enough, so I'll have to ask a coach about that. But if 2:10 is a good window for para.
Big start to this essential penalty kill for Slovakia. They're down a skater here as we enter the final 2 minutes. A puck down low. Macri will go after it. Time ticking away here. Large with possession, a shot that got blocked. It falls to Anderle. Anderle gets the shot away. That one blocked as well. Puck rolls to Rosa. 1 goal in the game already. He slides it across through the crease. Nobody could get there to force it home. Now Macri's got it. Around the net goes Andrea Macri, watched by Ferencik. So little room inside the offensive zone with this 6-on-5. There's already not a ton of room when there's just 5 skaters aside. You add 1, and it makes things a little bit more interesting. Corman trying to get it out. Rosa, great work to hold it in. Feeds it down low for Niels Large. Again, great to see he's okay as he battles along the wall. Pushes it down low. Wojciech's going to get there first. 45 seconds ticking off the clock here. Little over a minute to go in regulation time. Macri tied up by Stashik, leaves it there. Italy will get there. It's Kaufman who goes back to Rosa. Rosa for Kaufman. Got past him, taken over by Andrea Macri. Macri will shovel that down into the corner. And now played ahead. Corman cutting that off, trying to get it out. Macri holds it in. Tried to put it on goal, blocked en route by Stashik. As all the stars out on the ice here. The trust from Hrichko to put out the top line here defensively. And of course, Mirko Bianchi gonna go with the top guns every time. Here's Large, plays it across, blocked, Rosa in the slot, a shot, defended by Lepacic. Under 30 seconds to go here. Slovakia holding on to a 1-goal lead. DePauli across, what a play from Lepacic with the stick. Rosa's got it, checked off, a shot blocked en route by Jopa. He finds the loose puck, it's underneath Stashik. A check, couldn't get it out. Now Large trying to put it on goal, blocked again. Stashik with a chance to clear, and he'll do just that. Time ticking away. Italy will pick it up. Rosa turning, looking one last effort. A long shot, stopped, and that'll do it. Team Slovakia have survived, and you can see what it means. They know they'll play in Pool A next year, a 2-1 final over Team Italy.
Wow. Sticks flying in the air. You don't think that means something to them? This is a classification game, not a championship game. Those maybe who don't consume a lot of hockey, I'll educate you. The gloves and the sticks in the air signify we won a championship. That moment is saved for those special moments. You don't do that in a regular season game. You don't do that in a playoff win. You don't do that when you win a series. You don't do that. You only save that for when you win a championship. Tell me what this means to Slovakia. Look at that picture right there. They get to remain in Pool A. Wow, look at that moment. So special, Zach Marks. And again, guys like David Corman, Wojciech, Ferencik, a lot of blocks laid, and how about Lepacic? What a tournament for him. Congratulations, Slovakia. You stay in Pool A.
You talked about Ivan Hrichko, his words. We're not ready to compete with Canada, with the Americans. This was their gold medal. Staying up was their goal coming in. They succeeded here today. A 2-1 win. Jopa comes in late in the tournament and is the biggest difference maker for this Slovakian team. They'll play one more tomorrow, looking to finish 5th place in the tournament. But I don't think they care about the result tomorrow or on Saturday, pardon me. This is the one that matters.
Well, and we go back to what I said after the first period against USA in Game 1. What did I say? I said, Zach, I don't think this is indicative to their effort at all. You had Jopa into the group after game number 2, and what happens? Their offense. What did Jopa do in the Worlds? Oh yeah, only 12 goals and 24 points in 4 games. Yes, those were B pool groups, but Jopa did the same thing now against Pool A teams, and because of that, Slovakia remains in Pool A. We'll go in-house for the Slovakian national anthem and be joined by David Corman.
Will be awarded a classic white cowboy hat provided by Calgary Tourism that symbolizes hospitality. In addition, the best player will also receive a beaded honor feather handcrafted by Moonstone Creation, which is owned by Ivan Yobin. Moonstone Creation is proudly Indigenous owned and operated and champions authentic, handcrafted Indigenous art. The awards will be presented by Selena Power, Senior Coordinator, PCNI, and Volunteer Operations with the 2024 World Para-Hockey Championships, and Kyle Seacat, Team Services Volunteer for the 2024 World Para Championships. The best player of Team Italy is number 4, Matteo Renati Marnini.
Matteo Marnini named player of the game for Team Italy. Played a big role in this one as his team falling. And you can see a tough look on the face of the Italian forward as he makes his way to center.
Ramone Marnini had an assist yesterday, drove wide and had that great shot on when they were trying to tie it up late. And a difficult moment for Italy here, and obviously some emotions are going to follow that. And a game that was right in there for the taking.
The best player of Team Slovakia is number 98, David Corman.
And David Corman named player of the game today. Again, didn't show up on the stat sheet, but it's the little things. It's those details that Corman is so good at as he helps lead his Slovakian team to the victory here today. And more importantly, they're staying up in Pool A.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't have enough David Cormans on your roster. You can find guys who can score goals. You can find guys who can shoot the puck. That's common. How do you find guys who leave it all out there? Heart and soul, are willing to sacrifice, are willing to play on second line, third line, not the primary time. David Corman is your guy for sure.
That's a name to remember moving forward. One of the younger members of Team Slovakia. We'll head it down to ice level for the Slovakian national anthem.
Nous vous prions maintenant de vous lever, si possible, et de retirer chapeau et casquette pour l'interprétation de l'hymne national de la Slovaquie.
Two to one, Slovakia takes this classification game over Team Italy. We'll be joined down at ice level by David Corman when we come back to Calgary.
What a special moment. Team Slovakia remains in Pool A while Italy gets relegated. And the player of the game, David Corman, joins us. David, how special was that moment for your country?
It's absolutely amazing. It's for us. It's first time we are staying at A Pool. It was our ambition to do that here in Canada, in Calgary Championship. We did it. So for us, it's great tournament here now.
Can you describe the emotion? Often when sticks and gloves go flying in the air, that's usually saved for a championship. What did that mean for you guys as the clock was ticking down, and what kind of emotions are going through you?
You know, we are, I think, just 9 players and 2 goalkeepers. So it's really tough for us. We can't do anything for medals. So for us, it's already winning tournament.
Absolutely. David, I chatted with your coach about you specifically, and I said, describe David Corman to me, and he said, he's the kind of guy you have to have on your team because stats don't value his worth. He's so much more valuable than goals, assists, or shots. What does that mean when you hear that?
Thanks for that. I really try my best. I do my best. I don't feel like I can score, but I just try to assist to my teammates and do some black work. So help help my team.
Well, David, you did some incredible work today, from blocking shots and all those things, and now you get to stay in Pool A. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, David Corman, the guy that you want to have on your team, you can't play without. Player of the game for Slovakia. What a contest to open up the classification round. Game number 1 of 2. Shot over top as that tied it up for Italy. And they thought maybe they had a chance, but Lapacek, 2 massive saves to keep them in it. And that one went by, but have no fear. Martin Yopa is here. Goal number 2, and Pool A is where they stand. 2 teams remain, 1 game left. We'll be back to Calgary. Thanks for watching.